Hello everyone! Welcome to Carnivores Dinosaur Hunt and welcome back to Jurassic June. This was one of the first games we played during Jurassic June. Oh, that's a tiny screen. Let me fix that. There we go. This was one of the first games we played in Jurassic June. We played... we didn't play it on release night because it released late. We played it the day after, on June 2nd. And well, we didn't get to hunt any carnivores, and the reason for that, I'm gonna go on to the leaderboards here, is because you have to get the licenses to hunt the dinosaurs, and the later licenses cost a lot of money, and dinosaurs only appear in the later stages. So we got to hunt the Stegosaurus, an Ankylosaurus, and I think maybe a Parasaurolophus in the first stream. Didn't get to hunt a Triceratops, and of course, the carnivores in the game, we didn't get to hunt a Ceratosaurus or a T-Rex. And I promised that we would be returning to the game later in Jurassic June to finish it by hunting every single dinosaur. And that's what we're gonna do today. So I have not killed T-Rex yet, so that's gonna be interesting, but I will hunt all the other ones, and as you can see, I've also been climbing up the leaderboards on them. So here, 53 in the world, 70 on the Triceratops. I was 69 earlier. I was hoping that was gonna stay for the stream, but sadly not. 13 on Parasaurolophus. Very proud of that one. Ankylosaurus, not that great, but I haven't been hunting Ankylosaurus for a while. And Stego, same thing there. So, we're going to start by selling our licenses. Because we're gonna go and hunt the first dinosaurs first. We need one. This one will be good. This has the first three. We're gonna catch one of each. If you didn't watch the first stream, don't worry, this will cover everything. And also, if you don't like the idea of killing dinosaurs for sport, neither does this game, apparently. They do call it kills, like you get like the kill distance and stuff like that, and you need to confirm your kill, but all the dinosaurs keep breathing, and you take them away somewhere else. It's all trank weapons, which is interesting, I think. Let's see. And as always, do let me know what the audio levels are like in the chat. If there's anything I should fix. This is the Switch version, if you weren't sure. The game is available on all consoles right now. And it will be coming to Steam later in summer. If you own the previous release of this is actually an older game, Carnivores Dinosaur Hunter Reborn on Steam, you will get this version for free. You do not need to buy it again. Because this is actually a remastered version of that HD remake of the original 1998 Carnivores. There's a Stego right beneath us here, but I want to get one at a longer distance. We're going to climb up this hill. I also uploaded a video a few days ago to this channel, which showed off all the dinosaur kill animations. That is to say, if the dinosaur kills the player. And like, they're decent animations, but they're not very good at like putting the player in the right position. Let's see. The furthest one is over there. The trees might be in the way. I think that might be it. No, maybe that's just a shadow. The one thing I'm not super fond of is the zoom in this game. It's not very impressive. And I thought you could buy like an upgrade for it, but it seems you can't. I don't see this one. It might be this might be a hill. It might be beneath the hill. And now the cat is already scratching the window. Libby, stop that. Not even the door window, like the window outside. So this is a hunting game, a traditional hunting game, which means that the action is pretty like low key. Although if you do anger the dinosaurs, they can trample you, or they can just straight up like kill you with a unique animation. Oh wait, there's a stego really far away. 366. That would be a new record for me. Okay, so I can get this one in one hit. Oh, I think I got it. I didn't get it on an instant snooze, but I think. No, it's running away. So basically, the dinosaurs have vital organs, and there's like blue vital and red vital. What the cat? And red vital means that if you hit the red vital with enough damage, they will instantly just drop asleep in front of you. If you hit the blue with the same damage, they actually will have to run for a bit, and then they fall asleep. I thought I hit the blue vital on that one, but I guess not. We're gonna abandon that one. But yeah, this game, which, as I mentioned, is a remake of a 1998 game, was developed by a company called... oh wow, I just completely blanked on their name. Tatem. Tatem Games. I believe it's a Polish developer. They've done a lot of various games over the years. And they used to be published by Wizardworks, I believe, which was the original publisher behind Deer Hunter, which was like the game that really made the hunting sim take off in the 90s. And this was very much like seen as the bit more fantastical variant of Deer Hunter. There isn't really a story in this game. Like there is like a lore background in the original 98 release, but I don't think this one even has that. It's just, you're a hunter. There's dinosaurs. It's a very passive, slow-paced game. Very good to play while listening to podcast. Have fun. That's kind of it. Not doing great with the stegos. The reason I want to get a stego at a distance is because the only way they actually rank you on the leaderboards is by one-hit kills at a distance. And your distance also affects like what your score is from the kill. I don't like the word kill because they don't die. But you're hit, essentially. So if you the movement is a bit wonky, to be perfectly honest. It's very slippery. There's a stego. Can I? Yeah, it's down in the valley there. That's why I couldn't see it above. I'm gonna try and see if I can find a better vantage point. But yeah, the amount of money and points, which are two different things, you get for each hunt is dependent on what equipment you use, how long it was, how far away it was, how big the dinosaur itself is, and also something else I don't remember. Oh yeah, which dinosaur it is, of course. This isn't a great distance, but wait, 410. There's one over there. So this tracking app I have on my little PDA here. You start with that. You can deactivate it, and you actually get more points if you don't use it. But I use a tracking system. And there's more advanced tracking things you can do that also take away further points. But as of right now, the only things I use is the tracking system and the ability to see like the vital spots on a dinosaur from my binoculars or when aiming. Hold on. 264. There it is. Okay, can we... Yes, perfect. I jump up on this rock. I jump up on this rock. Is it asleep? I think it's asleep. I really wish this game allowed gyroscope aiming. I don't really like using an analog stick to aim, but... There we go, that's a red vital hit, so that like instantly took it down. That's gonna be my new record on the Stego. As you can see, the text there said like, go confirm your kill. And when we come up to it, it's gonna say kill distance, but it's gonna be breathing. It's kind of strange, actually. Because in the original 98 game, you could pick if you wanted to use trank, or if you wanted to use live ammo, but not in this version. See? Kill distance, 284, but it's breathing. Eyes are open and everything. Here we call in the wonderful giant drone. A quadcopter drone that carries away dinosaurs and us when we want to leave. That's the Stego done. Next is the Anki, and the Ankylosaurus is like, apart from the T-Rex, the hardest one to kill, I think, because of the armored shell. There is one pretty close by, but it's a bit too close. We want some distance after all. Yeah, I'm gonna try and see over here. I'm also gonna zoom out the map a bit. Let's see. I don't think we're gonna get the same Anki from this distance, but yeah, maybe. 244. 6. Oh, is that it? It is. Okay, that's actually promising. Let's keep walking on this trail. Because then, well, this is not a trail, but maybe from here? Not the greatest vantage point, but it might be good enough. 274, 270, it's walking towards us. That's not good for us, though. There's way too many trees in the way. We're gonna have to find a better place. The Switch version has some performance issues. Like, the actual like frame rate and such is great, and I think the game looks fine. It's not the prettiest game ever, but it's also it's not a brand new game. It's a remaster of an old game. So even more, it's a remaster of a remake of an old game. It runs perfectly fine, but it will crash and freeze from time to time, and it's cost me a lot of progress because for some reason the game only saves your progress after you return to the map selection screen. So like a lot of the times I would finish a hunt, like take out like 7 Ceratosauruses or something, and I would be super proud of myself. I'm like, I can't wait to go save these scores to the leaderboard, and then the game will crash on the result screen before I get back to the map screen, and I lose all of it. That's happened multiple times, including today. I actually haven't unlocked the last level because of it. Because every time I had enough points to unlock it from a hunt, my game crashed. And I've told the publisher about this, and the publisher is also the studio that developed the port, or the remaster, whatever you want to call it. And they are aware of the issues. They're looking to fix them. Unfortunately, something that really bothers me, this is not their fault. They wanted to get like error reports, like detailed error reports from the crashes. And apparently Nintendo doesn't let you send crash reports. Like, because when they told me that, they were like, if you can, it would be great if you could send like if you could send a crash report, if there's a crash message. And I was like, yeah, I can do that. Like, it's unfortunately happening so often that I will definitely get a chance to do so. And sure enough, the next time I got a crash, I was like, okay, I'm gonna send the crash report, and I checked all over. There's no button to do that. It's just like an accept message. Nothing else actually appears in the crash. So that sucks. What if that's why so many like Switch games? I keep wanting to say Wii for some reason. I keep mixing up Wii and Switch a lot lately. What if that's why so many Switch games have performance issues in general that don't end up getting resolved? Because like the developer doesn't even get the reports back. I don't know. I don't know if it's like that on PS4 as well or Xbox, because I don't have an Xbox, or I don't have a modern Xbox, and I don't really tend to find as many issues with PS4 games as I do Switch games. Oh, we actually took it down in one hit. It was pretty close, though. Yeah, that's very close. I might want to get a better one for the Yankee, actually. The Yankees are tricky because they have armor, which will just straight up block your shots. But if you get it straight on from the head, like that, it works. But that's why I have really bad scores on the Ankylosaurus. Is this a Parasaurolophus up here? Wasn't there another dino up here? Guess not. I guess it ran away when it heard the shot. There's 3 different weapons, and one of them is actually silent, and that's the crossbow. So dinosaurs won't like react to you firing with that one, unless they're hit, of course. But with the rifles, both the sniper and the regular one, they react, and it can be tricky to find them again. Very few dinosaurs out today. The maps are pretty big, which, you know, is good. But sometimes they don't feel populated enough. Now, I think this is partially because you can actually buy this thing in the store, like in the in-game store with in-game money. You can buy this thing called All Dinosaurs, which puts all available dinosaurs in the game into all the maps. So I guess they want to make sure they can have enough room to spawn all types of dinosaurs at once. But when you don't have all dinosaurs and you only have 2 or 3, like right now, you end up with a lot of moments like this where you're just kind of running, hoping to get some kind of response on your compass, your GPS rather. That's also why I think it's such a good podcast or video essay or any kind of long listening style kind of game, because except for when it crashes, I will just like put something on and listen to it as I just walk around trying to better my leaderboard distances. Can I not get up on this? I'm pretty sure I can. Like, I'm very positive I've been up on this before. There we go. There was another Ankylosaurus here. Oh yeah, I also have like stick drifting on the Joy-Cons, which is incredibly frustrating. But again, that's Nintendo's fault, not Digital Dreams, which is the developer/publisher of this version. Okay, there's the Yankee. There was 2 Yankees though. Where's the other one? Which one is furthest away? Wait. Yeah, it's that one. Thought so. But that one is not from. Neither of them are facing the front. This is where you would like the decoy you can get, which allows you to like call for make you think like there's another dinosaur of their kin. You lose a lot of points if you use that. It's gonna walk down there. I wish you just take this one instead. This one is not nearly as far away right now. Nope. Did I even hit the blue? No. No, I did. What about the other one, though? Still here? I think it took off. Oh, wait. It is still here. It'd be great if I could get that one at 312. But I don't have that much ammo. That is actually a problem I have with this game. So you have very little ammo. And if a dinosaur decides to eat you, or fight you rather, uh, you're basically dead. Because, like, there's no casual firing in this game. Like, no, you want to shoot to take out a dinosaur in one, max 2 hits. Um, and yeah, it ain't great when like you suddenly have a dinosaur chasing you. Most of the herbivores will not chase you down unless they're scared. But some of them will, like the Triceratops, is perfectly happy to just kill you for fun. Um, what was the distance on this? 229. That's not too bad actually. Let's switch to the Parasaurolophus. That's not a Parasaurolophus. Okay. Now you can get a sidearm, which is a pistol, which I think is something you're supposed to get for those kind of encounters where you just need to suddenly fire against something where you can't just be slow and pace things like this. But I don't have that one because I've spent my money on other upgrades. You can also double your ammo. Both doubling your ammo and bringing a pistol with you though will lower your score. Like that's the thing with almost all the upgrades, they lower your score. There's like a limited set of upgrades you can get that don't do that, and I've already gotten those pretty much. But I think that's a fair trade-off though. Like if you want a harder game, we will give you more points. If you want an easier game, you can do that just fine, but we will not give you as many points. Since the points are like accumulative anyway, like you gather up like total gained money and total gained points on the leaderboards. It doesn't really matter like if you have things set to easy or hard, because it's all about like how much you collect anyway. So like someone with easy can still outrank someone with hard stuff. That's not what it's actually measuring. It's measuring just basically how much you play and kill distance, which ignores difficulty. Even ignores weapons, which I think maybe it shouldn't. Maybe there should be specific leaderboards for each weapon, but then again, you don't want too many leaderboards because then people won't care about them. That's something I had to consider myself recently, actually, because I became a moderator on speedrun.com for a game, Jurassic the Hunted, and I actually started by adding some leaderboards and like managing and fixing up some of the leaderboards that were on there because they were not that well representative of the actual game. And in doing that, I had to like think to myself, like, okay, like at what point does this become too much and it will just like blur together and make people not care about the game? I mean, people already don't care about the game because that's why I became a moderator, because no one else was. But yeah, you have to balance that, and it's quite interesting to figure out. That's a No, that's a Stegosaurus. Where's the Parasaurolophus? Over there. No, that's a hill. I think after this we're gonna do the desert level, which is a bit easier to spot things on. Because you know, there's not trees everywhere. It's also fog levels. I really hate the fog levels. I think those were a very bad idea, because like there's nothing you can really do against the fog. There's no upgrade to make it easier to see in the fog, so it's just like have fun. You're not gonna get any decent distance kills here because you can't see in a distance. Or at a distance, not in a distance. I think Parasaurolophuses are friendly unless wounded, so should be fine that I'm close to another one. There it is, right? Oh, oh. Is that it? It's not recognizing it. Is that just a rock? That's just a rock. Oh, there it is. God, the trees are always in the worst position. Okay, but it's coming this way, so if I run up here... Oh, those trees are really in the worst possible place. Which dinosaur is here? Is it a friendly one? Actually, I think all the ones on this level are friendly, so... Should be fine. This distance sucks, though. But it is sleeping, so if we just... How much distance can we get here? Probably quite a decent amount here? This might be... Oh, yes, yes, this is perfect. Okay, this is the... I think that's the maximum amount. Yeah, okay, we're gonna need to move a little bit closer. There we go. Perfect. That's one of each on this level. I do want to get a better Ankylosaurus kill, though. Maybe I should try that on another stage, just in case we get a crash and don't get this saved. That would suck. Hello. Nah, that's pretty decent. I do want to see what that did to our... Oh, 27 on the Stego. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Not great on the Yankee, though. And I didn't up my rate on the Para either. That's okay, though. I'm gonna sell these licenses. We're gonna go to the desert level, I think. Yeah, that's a good one. This one has the... Yeah, okay, you know what? That's fine. We'll do the T-Rex last anyway. Could double my ammo. Get a revolver. That can be useful to see if the T-Rex is approaching. I'm gonna activate that. Yeah. This level is probably the one I've played the most, to be honest. In part because I've been hunting Ceratosaurus because they give a lot of points. Although it's also the level that's crashed the most. I don't know if that's just because I've been playing this level in handheld mode the most, or if it's actually the level's fault. Because I do have a theory that the crashes are primarily happening in handheld mode. Because that is how I've been playing the game when it has crashed. I've been having something else on the TV, or I've been out. Oh, that's a really good, decent distance. Really decent, really good. That's the word I somehow forgot. Actually too good. I don't think we can see any of them here. I said there were less trees on this level, but it's actually plenty of trees still. Just... Oh, is that it? Yeah. It's way too far away. Hmm. Hello, Louise! There's also one, like... over there? Wonder if I head to that rock, I'll be able to see them better then, maybe? I think... The one here I can't see, right? Oh. Let's do that. Now that I have all dinos on the radar, there'll be black dots when there's dinosaurs that are there, but I can't hunt them because I don't have the hunting license for them. That will include a T-Rex, and a T-Rex is dangerous, but it will also include the Parasaurolophus because we sold that license to afford the Triceratops one. Is that a Triceratops or no? That's a Parasaurolophus. Use that as a marker though. Okay, so there's like a Triceratops over here. Oh, that's perfect. Ah, shit. Take back what I said. No. I don't think that's good enough. Question is it gonna try and kill me or is it running away? Tracks can be very violent. Seems it's running away, so that's okay. Hmm. There's also one over there. It seems to be beneath the hill. Oh! Stick drifting. I need to get new Joy-Cons. That's another expense I don't... Oh! Hello! That's almost too easy. Hello, Marnie! That's a very clean dry kit. 205. Not the best distance, but honestly, I think it's better than what I have. I don't hunt the tracks that often because they get so violent. They're like, it's way too easy to get killed by them. At least with carnivores, like, I expect that, so it doesn't really... I don't know. Oh, wait. Can I please... No, god damn it, the Parasaurolophus is in the way. It's heading that direction. So if I move down here, will I still be able to see it? Is that too... What is that? Is that the Triceratops? It is. Oh shit. This is perfect. Come on. Come on! Did it go down? Yes. Oh, both of them did. The one that ran away as well. Holy shit. That's really good points. We can switch to the Ceratosaurus now. Which... The only circle strafing video I can remember is the one I uploaded today of the Ceratosaurus that was bugging out and flying in midair. Is that the one you're thinking of? I was no-scoping at it, but it didn't die. I ran out of ammo, so I called in my flight because the Ceratosaurus was flying, so it couldn't actually, like, get to me. Which, you know, good for me. So the actual carnivores in this game tend to spawn like away from you when you start, so it's always quite a trek to get to them. Now, the problem is this level has T-Rexes, and T-Rexes, I have yet to be able to actually kill a T-Rex. Okay, so that one, it's on my Twitter account. It's not on my YouTube channel. Anyway, I've yet to be able to kill a T-Rex. And I have tried, and we are gonna do it this stream. That's the end goal. We're almost at that end goal. But yeah, I don't know. I have like just completely blasted at a T-Rex, and nothing has happened. There's a Rolophus. There's a T-Rex. Right over there. And of course the Ceratosaur is on the other side of the jungle, but we're gonna have to move closer to the T-Rex if you wanna see it. Problem is, the T-Rex can hear us. Now, the game says that if you stand still, the T-Rex should lose track of you, but I did not get that to work last time I tried. I'm gonna run over here, I think. Yeah. I think the T-Rex might be sleeping, which it's gonna wake up when I fire, but that should be fine. There it is. Wait. Where is it? Saw it. Oh, stick drifting again. God damn it. Nintendo making useless shit. There's also one up there. Probably behind that rock. Didn't see any of them. Is it behind this? Are all of them behind the hills? Am I literally just in the worst spot to get any of them? Seems like it. Oh, wait, nope. I am in the perfect spot to get this one. I'm pretty sure I hit the vital point, so it should be fine. But yep. Shit. Oh. Didn't even get a fucking animation for it. It means we lost our Triceratopses too. Although maybe we got them on the leaderboard at least. We did. Wait, no. I'm pretty sure we got a bigger one than 206. Right? So you know what? I'm gonna... We can hunt an extra Triceratops later. Because even if I don't get a T-Rex here, just having the T-Rex license means that I can tell apart which dots are the T-Rex, the map, which will help. I probably should have just not fired at the second Ceratosaurus. I would have been fine, but I don't know. I was very, very paranoid about trying to walk anywhere. I could have called in the I could have called in my quadcopter, I guess, but because that one is supposed to like scare away dinosaurs as well, but it doesn't work on the carnivores in my experience. It barely works on the herbivores. Yeah, now I know the black dots are just friendly herbivore. Oh wait, no, Triceratops are on this level. Actually, let me not be overconfident about the friendly part. Triceratops are dangerous. Okay, that one is... That one is murderous. Ugh. So, Louise said, I wasn't sure if this game was good in the beginning. Well, the thing about this game is, it is okay. But it scratches a very specific niche that very few games do. Because there are not a lot of actual low-key hunting simulators with dinosaurs. You know? But it's very unpolished. And I don't like that the most common way you die is by trampling, which means no animation, because the kill animations are like part of the fun. I also don't like that it's always instant death if you just touch another dinosaur. I feel like that's a missed opportunity where they could have updated the game by making it a bit more intuitive. That you can actually like try and escape a dinosaur attack outside of just being in a place it can't reach, which is so far the best tactic. But it's alright. Like, it's very much a case of if this type of game speaks to you, you will probably enjoy it. But whether or not this game speaks to you comes down to, well, that. Shit. Which one noticed me again? Is it an angry one or... I think it's fine. I'm playing without headphones today. Hopefully that's not an issue. I don't think... I didn't see that the... when I checked my microphone levels and such at the start, I didn't see any pickups from the TV on it. God, why did I have to start surrounded by Triceratopses? Okay, there's... Hit the leg. But it's not good enough. Doesn't seem like it. What? And I do need to point out, because the game's like, they're attracted to smell. Uh, I have this, I have this, I have all of these upgrades. Now I can make it hard to see and cover my scent even further, but like, come on. Yeah, did anyone watch the Xbox Extended Showcase today? They held this big, like 6 hours long or something, live stream where they went through a bunch of games that they showed at their Xbox Showcase last week, and like went like into deeper detail and like did like these in-depth look at all of them. It was pretty cool. Um, Showed off a lot of games there. I watched the Psychonauts 2 part. That looks really neat. Should probably like replay the first Psychonauts. I have not touched that game since it was brand new. I liked it. Um, Rough PC version, if I recall correctly. But apart from that, that was kind of the standard of all platformer games at the time. Like, if you had a console platformer and it was ported to PC, it was probably not a great port. I mean, that's still the case to some extent. What other ones did I watch in that one? With E3 and Summer Game Fest all taking place like in the past few days, been like a complete mess for my brain to keep track of which things were at what thing. That one is dead. That one is too. Good. Oh yeah, there was some shooter, some first-person shooter with a lot of like AI, like the AI that controls like how the game is like leveled difficulty-wise and stuff like that. Was like very in-depth. It was pretty cool. What was it called? It was like this co-op shooter and like a 60s, 70s style sci-fi thing. The Amarales? Was that it? Something like that. It looked pretty neat though. Like, I don't really buy whenever like someone is like, oh, and this game will be different every time you play it because it's so in depth of learning and changing things. Because like that's literally what like every single game that has any kind of like, shall we say, custom learning or randomizing algorithms going on, like they always say the same thing, and it's basically never true. But yeah, well, I mean, it is true insofar as technically things are different in some way every time, but no, it doesn't make it feel like a different game every time, which is what they always claim. It's like the stuff they talked about was very similar to what the developers of Left 4 Dead 1 talked about when they introduced their AI director and stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, it didn't really turn out that different when you played Left 4 Dead every time. And this is probably gonna be a bit more in depth, but I doubt it will be like night and day. Exactly, like, yeah, wow, there were two boomers this time instead of one. Oh wait, hey, the witch spawned in a different area. It's like, yeah, it's cool, but please don't hype it up as some kind of game-changing thing. And don't focus so much on that that you forget to make the basic game that remains the same every time fun to play. But it looked good. I do feel bad not remembering what it was called, unless it was called the Amarales and I did remember it. It was something like that, a VA something. And I don't know what else the Amaralis would be and why I know of that name if it wasn't that. It was cool. You cannot deny that it was cool. Yeah, I mean, I love Left 4 Dead as well, but yeah, the director AI is like, I mean, it's not even an AI. Completely wrong to call it an AI, but yeah, it's just. Oh shit, did I hit it? I think I missed it. Oh god. There is one right over there. So one issue with this game is that it's very hard to tell if you like actually hit a dinosaur. There's no like blood splatter or like red dot to indicate that you hit. There's often like the bullet will often like throw some sand or dust away next to where you hit, even if you did hit the dinosaur. It's just really difficult to know if like you should start firing more or not sometimes. If you want those one hit takeouts for the leaderboards. So CJ could actually drop out of the map now. I think that's maybe good enough to unlock the last level. Don't have much ammo anyway. We're not gonna take out a T-Rex with 2 shots, that's for sure. Yeah, I believe that's the last level we just unlocked. Oh wait, no, there's another one. Okay, so I guess they only show you like the next level you have to unlock because Anacrusis, yes, that's it. Because like this level wasn't there when I checked before this. It makes me wonder. Like, I wonder how many levels there actually are then. Let's see. A decent amount of points, but don't need that one. Try to think of like what we can use to help us actually get the T-Rex. It's gonna lower our score a bit though. But if we can't be smelled, it's a bit less likely that we get eaten. Yeah, the Anacrusis. My voice is a bit raspy today. Not sure why. Oh yeah, if you didn't see, I actually hit my sub 1 hour on Jurassic the Hunted last night. Did a stream on Andrea runs devoted to getting to it, and on the second run we got it. 56 minutes and 22 seconds, I believe. But 4 minutes away from the HD version's world record. And I have since then checked some new routing and strats for certain levels. And I'm starting to think that despite the differences that makes the Wii version a bit slower, I might be able to get really close to or even match the HD version world record. Because some of the slower levels for me, I have now learned how to do faster, and I shave off quite a bit. I think I can at least shave off 3 minutes without, like, too much trouble. And that would put me 1 minute away from the HD version. Of course, that is still reliant on a lot of luck, for skill, because you don't want to, get pinned down a lot by the QTE sections or die. Like, one of the big reasons why I got 56 last night was because of a surprisingly low amount of QTE pin downs and 0 deaths, so that was nice. But for example, the start of level 3 is like one of the places where I die the most, and my way around that has been a safety strat of making sure I just kill each dinosaur before they spawn more, rather than just book it and run. But I've now found a way that you can book it and run, pretty much. But it's reliant on a lot of luck and hoping that the dinosaurs just doesn't happen to catch up to you. Because if they do, probably screwed. But if not, that level alone is 2 minutes shorter. And that puts me way ahead of my current time, obviously. I did consider if I was gonna like stream. Oh, we have a T-Rex. I did consider if I was gonna stream that tonight, but I don't think I want to do that on stream. I think I want to just practice that off stream instead. Just because it's fun to stream, for sure. But when there's a lot of resetting involved and a lot of just repeating over and over, it gets a little tiresome. Hard to think of things to talk about when you're doing the same thing over and over again. It's not a great position we're in for this T-Rex. Which, by the way, it bothers me greatly that they call it... They don't call it a Tyrannosaurus Rex or a T-Rex. They call it a Trex. There's no hyphen, there's no dot, it's just one word. Oh, did it see me? I think it's like... Is it eating? Okay. I want to be able to get decently clean shots. Distance isn't too vital right now, just because I haven't gotten any T-Rex kills yet. So any T-Rex kill is worthwhile. I genuinely don't even know how to kill it in 1 hit, because I have tried and not even able to kill it with 4 hits. I've been noticed. Couldn't even get a death scene. So much for masking my scent. You know what? I'm gonna remove that and bring the revolver instead. Sorry about the noise, I'm just getting myself a piece of chocolate. Okay. Oh yeah, they call it Trex without any hyphen and dot, but it still make the R capitalized, which just makes it looks like a typo. I don't know why they did that. I can't think of any other game that would do that. Like, some people use a dot instead of a hyphen, or vice versa. I've actually taken a fondness of putting a dot myself lately, but the hyphen is more common. The dot is more like accurate if you want to be picky, but yeah, the hyphen doesn't really signify how you would shorten the Tyrannosaurus Rex. But you know, pick one of the two. Oh, whoa. That's a Ceratosaurus that's way closer than I was prepared for. How do I switch to my gun, by the way? Genuinely don't know. Oh, okay. Oh, we have a T-Rex. Round 2. You see it? Oh, I see it. Probably sees me as well. Maybe not. Running away. It's coming back. And again, we don't even get a fucking death animation. I don't know how you're supposed to kill a T-Rex with one hit. Because I have the strongest weapon. And I have it upgraded. And that apparently wasn't good enough. I also wish you could, like, reset the hunt without having to reload the level. Like, I don't know, it's just way too easy to lose your progress, I feel. Especially with how slow progressing is in this game, like, unlocking things take a long time. That's why we didn't hunt any carnivores in the first stream. We literally didn't get to any of the carnivores, and we streamed for like 2 hours. They are supposedly adding more dinosaurs through free content updates, but we haven't got any details on that yet. I'm guessing they will add ones from Carnivores 2, like Velociraptors, which are actually Deinonychuses, as usual. I don't remember too well what other dinosaurs was in Carnivores 2. the original Carnivores games, there were 3 of them by Tatem. Carnivores, Carnivores 2, and Carnivores Ice Age, which did not have dinosaurs in it, which makes perfect sense. And then there was Carnivores Cityscape, which was by a different developer, and then like a decade later, they ported the first game to PSP and iOS, and then they made an HD remake on PS3, which was then ported to PC, and then now this remaster of said remake. Oh yeah, and a lot of the like various levels are just the same level, but at a different time of day or with fog and such. Like this is the desert level I was hunting on earlier, but at a different time of day and with different dinosaurs appearing. I think in total there's actually only like 3 or 4 unique environments. But I think they also talked about adding more of those. Hey, no shitting on Jurassic Park 3 in my chat. Okay. Wait it out. Two. Did it die? No, did not. Worth it. What is he even doing? He can't figure out how to get to me, I think. Oh, and there's a Ceratosaurus that is... What just happened? So I killed the T-Rex. A Ceratosaurus was running around me. And then another one just spawned on top of me. But you saw how much that took to take out the T-Rex? How are you supposed to get one-hit kills on the T-Rex with that? Because that's what the leaderboard is for, it's only one-hit kills. Like... Now, the closer you are, the more damage your shot does. So in theory, you're really close and hit the heart, maybe it works, but the leaderboard ranks by distance. You're supposed to do it at a distance, that's the whole point. I genuinely don't know. Like, it's so strange, it makes no sense. It's just, and it's the same old bullshit. Like, because it's just the whole thing again. It's once again just, oh, it's a T-Rex. That means it has to be like super, like superhuman is odd to say about a dinosaur, but like super dino, and like nothing can take it down because it's the most overrated dinosaur in the world. It's not even a bad dinosaur. I love the T-Rex, but god damn it, it's not even the most ferocious dinosaur of its own era. Like, I'm sorry, it's not. It's like scientifically not. It's not the biggest, it's not the deadliest, it's not the most well equipped to kill things. Like, but it gets this like superhuman treatment all the time. Like, oh, it's a T-Rex, let's make it fucking near immortal. Like, you're not respecting the dinosaur more by doing that. You're rewriting what the actual dinosaur is because you can't handle that, you know, maybe it was just an animal, a very cool animal, without changing what it is. That's my issue with like why the whole feathers thing. Like, even if you do think feathers make dinosaurs look uncool, which no, feathers are awesome. But even if you do think that, so what? Why do you get to decide how the dinosaur should look and why should it be based on your coolness factor? Like, you're trying, like, it was a real thing that existed. See, I would agree, Jip, except people always restore the wrong silhouette. Now, this game has actually just done an okay job of its silhouette for the T-Rex, so that's fine. But, like, the most popular T-Rex pose is standing upright with its tail down, which the T-Rex didn't do. The T-Rex stood horizontally. And what happened when we started depicting the T-Rex that way? T-Rex fans complained that it made a T-Rex look silly. It was a bad posture. It should go back to looking like Godzilla. Because Godzilla is definitely realistic. It's like, I don't think dinosaurs need to be like realistic in fiction. Like, I'm fine with that not being the case. I mean, I wouldn't play this game otherwise. This game sure as hell ain't realistic. But it's more about like just the basic principle of like, when you negate realism because it's cooler, I question like if you even like dinosaurs, if you just like dragons and want to pretend that dragons existed. Like, you can do that, then just pretend dragons existed instead of coming in here and rewriting what dinosaurs were. Anyway, that's my T-Rex rant. And again, that actually ties a bit to Jurassic World. Yeah, of course it was. It's like, that's the one you get. Like, if you buy a wooden T-Rex skeleton to build, it's gonna have its tail going downwards, standing on it even. Um, and it just straight up teaches people the wrong thing, and then we decide that because that's how we think T-Rexes look, that's also what cool looks like, and therefore when we start changing it, that means it's not cool. Because what's cool is what we fantasized dinosaurs would be. But like, I mentioned this during the Trespasser playthrough, that like, my favorite scene in Jurassic World, the movie, um, is a scene that undermines like the rest of the Jurassic World trilogy and kind of makes the film worse. Because this is a really good scene where they talk about the Indominus Rex having the ability to camouflage, and Masrani, the owner of the park, is like livid at Dr. Wu about this, and he's like, "Who authorized you to create something this dangerous and blah blah blah?" And Dr. Wu is like, "You did. I believe the word you used was make it cooler." And I love that. I'm gonna pause because I don't want to die to T-Rex. I love that scene because it implies that this idea of just rewriting what dinosaurs are to fit our idea of cool is like a problem. And it also puts the blame on the capitalist who runs the park, which, you know, would fit the anti-capitalist parts of the Jurassic Park series. Except the rest of Jurassic World, the movie, frames Masrani as good, and Dr. Wu is ultimately the villain of the entire franchise. So, the best scene in the film undermines everything else. Like, it's so frustrating. uh, yeah, you see this thing where like when Jurassic Park 3 came out, Jurassic Park 3 is a fucking brilliant movie. But I won't get into that because I've already had that around several times. But when Jurassic Park 3 came out, um, there were a lot of fans upset that the Spinosaurus kills the T-Rex in it. And, you know, fair enough. They like the T-Rex. They don't like seeing the T-Rex die. I understand that. That's fine. You may have that opinion. But no, that wasn't enough. They had to prove that it made no sense that, oh, okay, that a Spinosaurus could kill a T-Rex. In a movie where we clone dinosaurs from frog DNA and mosquito blood and amber, like, I'm sorry, you don't get to call yourself a fan of Jurassic Park and then suddenly claim that a movie is bad because it doesn't adhere to scientific accuracy regarding one dinosaur, just because you're upset that one dinosaur killed another dinosaur. Like, you want to be upset? The fact that the T-Rex comes in and kills the velociraptors in Jurassic Park 1, including the big one, which we didn't know at the time because it was too early, but would have likely been a Utahraptor? No. No. That's not gonna happen. So, I'm sorry, but it is just the most frustrating thing where people are like, this movie is bad because logic and reasoning that I will throw out when I'm talking about everything else except the thing I don't like. It's like, no, like, sorry, if you like Jurassic Park, which you should, you have to accept that scientific inaccuracy is the baseline for the entire franchise, and it doesn't matter if it's not scientifically accurate because we're there to just watch dinosaurs and have fun. Now, you could say that, like, oh yeah, like the fact that they call them velociraptors in Jurassic Park, they're fucking Deinonychuses. They're not velociraptors. Velociraptors are the size of chickens. Like, Michael Crichton was like, yeah, but Deinonychus doesn't sound as scary as Velociraptor does. I'm just gonna use that instead. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's the thing. Like, if a movie wants to be realistic, that's fine. If a movie wants to be unrealistic, that's fine. But you don't get to, like, champion realism only when it conveniences you, you know? Oh yeah, Jurassic the Hunter is wonderful. It's like the middle finger to that old criticism. Because not only do you kill two T-Rexes, then the fucking Spike just comes in and literally recreates the T-Rex neck snap scene. uh, but yeah, like it just really bugs me, because like, if you want to talk scientific inaccuracies in Jurassic Park, I can talk about that forever. Like, I still love those movies, and I don't think the scientific inaccuracies bog them down at all. Now, there can be some arguments that sometimes they go a bit too far with the inaccuracies to the point where it's hard to buy it. Like, for example, it is kind of difficult when you, like, when you know the Dilophosaurus was, you know, 2-3 times the size of the Dilophosaurus in Jurassic Park 1, and also it didn't spit venom. It also didn't have frills, but I didn't know that until recently. Like, when you know that, it is kind of frustrating seeing that be the big, like, the scariest scene in the film is this incredibly scientifically inaccurate dinosaur that just, the only way that scene works is because of all the inaccuracies they made. uh, but like, it's okay. Part of it is because of dated information. Part of it is uh, just like creative liberties to make a scarier scene. You know, it's fine. But yeah, like, but yeah, it's like, it's just so silly, because like, people trying to like judge, like, is the Spinosaurus' jaw strong enough to actually snap a T-Rex neck? Can the T-Rex's neck even be snapped? And it's like, does it doesn't matter. It was a cool fight scene. You got to see two dinosaurs fight, and you're bickering about whether or not a neck snap is possible. Let me tell you about neck snaps in movies in general. They're not possible. You can't just go up behind someone, rotate their head 90 degrees, and they're dead. That's not how assassinations work. Like, like, I'm sorry. Like, it's just such disingenuous criticism, you know? So, no real safe zone here. Yeah, see, I actually didn't know it wasn't frilled until very recently, because like this month actually, it's like, I knew about the Venom thing not being real, um, and I believe that was something that Michael Crichton simply misunderstood or something. He did the same thing with the compies, um, in the Lost World novel, where they are venomous as well. I think their claws are venomous or something like that. Um, and that's also just not true, and that's not in the movie version. But but yeah, like, I just recently found out about the frills. Like, not even that part. It's like, it's the, apart from maybe the nose bump, the most iconic part, like visually, about the Dilophosaurus is the frills. So learning that those aren't real was kind of like, wow. Like, someone mentioned, I haven't seen this video. Oh my god, we did it. We actually did it. There is a video on YouTube called, like, Everything You Know About Dinosaurs Is Wrong. I have not seen it. I don't think I will, because it didn't look very interesting to me. But like, it is very, very true in a way. And of course, there's the video series Your Dinosaurs Are Wrong, which is a wonderful YouTube series if you ever want to watch that. There it is. Hello? Is There we go. 4 hits. Wow. You're stuck in the default pose. How much ammo do we have? 2 shots in that. Yeah, we are gonna call in the quadcopter on that. Yeah, the other thing about the Velociraptors that's inaccurate in all the rest apart from is like how intelligent they are and like the pack hunting aspect. Now, it's not that we can prove they didn't pack hunt. It's more that based on what we know, we can't confirm they would pack hunt. But even if they pack hunted, it most likely not in the same way that wolves hunt in packs, because that's a very wolf-specific trait, and it's very modern. So look at this. This is the top 8, and it goes from 900 to 200 on the one-hit kills, which means that almost no one has been able to do it in one hit. Because, like, 900 meters? How the what level can you even do that on? Unless it's axe, I don't know. Let's see, I think what I want to do is I want to buy this mod, the Pro license. It activates all dinosaurs on all levels, and then I want to go to the first level and find T-Rexes there. Yeah, see, Jeb, I'm guessing what you need to do is hit square in the heart with a shot. And then it probably starts a bleed out counter on it. And that's normally what happens if you hit the blue parts. But how long that will be, I don't know. And the T-Rex, even though the loading screens will sometimes tell you to stand still and the T-Rex can't see you, that doesn't work. The T-Rex always knows where you are. Maybe you need to mask your scent more and stuff like that to actually dodge a T-Rex, I don't know. But yeah, it's never on the small map. Well, small by comparison. I don't know actually, I think not. But I could be wrong. This game isn't great about teaching you things, and part of that is just that it still operates on the logic of an old game. The original 98 game, he just kind of just throws you in there and leaves the rest to chance. Like it does have an opening tutorial now, which the original did not, but that's about it. Not seeing any T-Rex. Or Ceratosaurus for that matter. That's the eastern half of the map checked. There's a Ceratosaurus. Pretty far away. Probably too far away to be seen, though. Yeah. It's way too many trees in the way. Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, that is like... Must have been like just a few mere pixels we saw of it there. It's behind that rock somewhere now. We have technically cleared our goal now. We have like hunted every dinosaur. But I do want to try and get a one-hit kill on a T-Rex. And then eventually getting a better Anki or Tyrannosaurus, Triceratops kill. Okay. It's apparently a T-Rex over there. I'm guessing it's behind the hill. Yeah, definitely behind the hill. So I should probably head up there, but the Ceratosaurus might spot me. I might have to take that one out first. Oh, there's two of them. That's not good. Maybe they're too far away, though. Might be fine. Figure out when I get up top. My hopes for this level was that I would maybe be able to find a vantage point where the T-Rex can't get to me. But I don't know if that's too likely. There's a lot of Ceratosaurus around here. There's one all the way over there somewhere. That one probably won't hear me, but there's also one just next to the T-Rex over there. Over there. Walked. See it though. There it is. Over there. $220. I would like to get it from 300. Possible, but that might be a big ask. I think right now I'm only in the top 10 on one dinosaur, which is the Saurolophus, I think? Where's the Ceratosaurus? It's supposed to be right here. I don't see it. Like right... Oh, there. I'll take this one out for the sake of not getting eaten. Oh, shit. It sniffed me out. Hopefully the T-Rex didn't hear that. It doesn't appear that it did. Good. Oh, yeah, I've heard good things about the Hunter. It's on Steam, I think. Shit. And again, one hit kill is maybe doable from this distance. No. Doesn't seem to have smelled me. Just walking past. I guess that means it did hear me though. Okay. The Ceratosaurus is also on its way. 94. It's moving away from me. I can. I'm gonna walk around the rock. Okay. There's a Dinosaur. T-Rex. There. $232. How clean a hit can I get from here? Not very. The palm trees are in the way. Okay. Could wait it out. Probably gonna head back. Problem is that one. I don't think it can reach me here. Could be wrong though. Really boring color scheme on the T-Rex, by the way. I can make the Ceratosaurus so nice and pretty and colorful, and the T-Rex is just gray. Most of the dinosaurs are just gray. I think it's a big shame, to be perfectly honest. It has seen me. Guess now we find out if it can reach me or not. What? Well, that's bullshit. That is some extreme fucking bullshit right there. Like, that kill was even counted as a trample. As if it was able to trample me up there. Yeah, I mean, I do like this game, but it's... Even when the remake came out in 2013, that was unacceptable. I don't know if it was actually like that in the remake back then, because this is a new engine that this was imported to, so maybe it's an issue with that, but I think it probably was. I'm guessing that's a remnant from the 1998 original, where I don't think you had a jump button. So you probably aren't supposed to, like, stand up high on things. But, like, come on. I would love to actually make, like, a new Carnivores games that was, like, new, and felt a bit more up to date, but I guess there's, like, fan-made is the wrong word, but, like, other games by indie devs to scratch that itch, so it's fine. So from what I've seen, like, from the independently made, and I guess this is also technically sort of indie games made this one, but like the smaller ones that I've seen on like Steam and mobile, they also seem to be very unpolished and low level of content, and I'm guessing it's because of this being a very niche genre, like the relaxed, not very action-packed hunting game in general is not something many people play. But yes, I would love to see like a game that felt modern in the good sense, but still retained what makes these games fun for those of us that like them. Because like I can forgive a lot of this game's failings because I like the series and the genre I'm used to it being a bit. It feels odd saying a bit bad, but you know, dated and clunky maybe is a better way to put it. It's like I'm just excited and happy that there even is a Carnivores game they released this year, you know? But it could have been done better. Oh shit, I've been noticed. Who noticed me? Maybe I should have the all dinosaur visible upgrade on. I'm guessing it was a herbivore that saw me because I'm not seeing any of these ones approach me. But they will when I fire at the T-Rex. But my plan then is to run and see if we can make the T-Rex bleed out. That is my theory right now, that that's what the one-hit kills can do. Nothing more than that. That might have been a bit too loud, but it seems we're good. Okay, nope, we have been caught, I think. Unless that Ceratosaur ran for something else, but that's fine. We're gonna shoot the T-Rex. Now we're gonna run. Yeah, it's the hunter is very in depth and looks very cool. I should try that someday, but you know, video games cost money and all that. So far, the T-Rex is still alive. Possible we only hit the blue organs, which is an odd thing to say. Also possible we completely missed. Yeah, Deer Hunter. I mentioned this at the start of the stream. The original Carnivores was actually published by Wizardworks, who also put out Deer Hunter. Yeah, the PS3 was what the remake released on first. Here you can hunt the T-Rex in every level if you buy the All Dinosaurs upgrade perk for 500 coins. In-game coins, that is. Oh, shit. I am really tired of that happening. Like... What's the point of having a vantage point if it doesn't do anything? I'm gonna switch levels. Let's do one of the forest levels. I wonder if I should try using the crossbow instead. I'm not good with the crossbow, it's so hard to aim with. It would solve the issue of the Ceratosauruses that for some reason are guarding the T-Rex like a fucking league of bodyguards. Hearing me though, because that one is silent. Well, that's the thing, like, it is a remake of the original, but at the same time, it's a remake. Like, there was no reason you couldn't, like, upgrade these things. I mean, the game has been completely redesigned, basically. But, yeah, it still operates on very old gameplay ideas, I guess is the right way to put it. One thing I'm not sure how I feel about this. So, like, in the original, you could just open up the map and see the whole island you were on. And you would, yeah. Oh, really? That's nice. But like, you could see where all the dinosaurs of the ones you were hunting were on the map, so you can know which to which part of the island to run. In this one, you get this like nearby tracking system instead, which in some ways is nicer and in some ways is more limiting. I might put up like some kind of review for this game now that I actually have hunted all the dinosaurs and can officially say that I have done so. But I don't know. Like it's I always hate reviewing games when I know there's like content updates coming. Because like, if for example I complain about lack of levels or lack of dinosaurs, then well, yeah, great. Um, in 3 months, your review isn't accurate anymore. But I've been playing the King Kong game. I actually did consider that. I, I don't know. Like, see, I like that game a lot. I like the human side of that game a lot, and the V-Rex stuff is great. Like, it's really great. But apart from that, it's not much of a dinosaur game, you know? Like, it's a game with dinosaurs in it, yes, of course. But I'm thinking I would probably stream that, maybe not on Jurassic June, but just at some other point. Um, I'm not sure which version though. Was there a PC version of that? Because I played the 360 version when it was new. I know there was a PS2 version as well, and a DS version. I think like apart from Metroid Prime Hunter's First Hunt, I think King Kong was like one of the first FPS games on the DS. Yeah, the DS version is pretty rough. I mean, a lot of DS games that are based on HD games are kind of not very good. Some of them are charming though. I do appreciate just the fact that they're like you know developers did what they could to try and replicate stuff from so much like more powerful systems on the DS. Oh, that was not a good shot. But I think it was probably good enough to bleed it out. Yeah. Um, like I mentioned this when we played the PS2 version of Jurassic the Hunted. Like that version is terrible. It runs like shit. It looks like shit. But the just the fact that they still got the game running on the PS2 is really cool. Uh, fix some PC, how to unpatch. Okay. Oh, cool. Um, yeah, I might check it out then. Um, yeah, because I wouldn't want to play the patched version because the patched version adds a ammo counter. That might sound, if you haven't played the game, that might sound very odd. But in the original game, main character is the main character named Jack, or am I completely making that up? Because I know Jack Black is in it, but he's not the main character. Well, regardless, the main character will like talk about the ammo count just like Anne and Trespasser. That's really cool. But some people were like, no, that's not good. And you know, to some degree, fair enough. You know, I mean, I'm hard of hearing. So I completely understand that having to listen for audio cues can be a problem. But rather than make it an option to show the ammo counter, they made it mandatory. I normally stream. Well, I'm in Sweden, so it's the time zone is CET plus one. I normally stream around 1 a.m. my time, which would be 2 hours ago now. Um, but it also sort of depends on like what my plans for the day are and what plans my girlfriend have and stuff like that. But yeah, I tend to stream around 1 a.m. my time. recoup my breath. And who'd have thought it would be this hard to find a T-Rex in the forest? Oh, there it is. And once again, guarded by Ceratosaurus. I was gonna say, well, it's Games Windows Live, isn't it? But no, it wouldn't be, because it was a launch game on Xbox, and Games Windows Live didn't come until like 2008. Yeah, I wouldn't mind streaming Hideo Jackson's King Kong, the official video game of the movie. I believe it's a full name. Maybe not video game, might just be game. God, I miss movie tie-in games like that. Like for all the bad ones, we got some really cool ones, and now we just don't get anything unless it's like a mobile tie-in. They just put movie characters in Fortnite instead. Starface. Okay. Oh wow. One of those. Yeah, DRM is evil. Oh, the T-Rex has noticed us. Just ran through the fucking rock. You know, video game, I'm doing my best to defend you. Because I like you. But you're making it really hard right now. This game is more functional than Trespasser. But I felt Trespasser was less unfair. Then again, that might be because Trespasser had manual saves. Whereas here, there's no saving at all. Apart from when you hit the map screen again. About tour of 2008. Remember the giant carnivorous dinosaur that briefly appeared in the Death Valley level that was a Gigantosaurus? Death Valley level. What part of the game was that? I played the game quite recently, but I actually can't remember. Because there's... The first boss is a T-Rex. Not the same T-Rex as the last boss, which is Mama Scarface, but the first one is T-Rex. And then there's the water creature, whatever that is. Some kind of... oh wow, I just forgot what they were called. I talked about them all the time in Dinosaur. But the thing on P that are aquatic. Then there's Mama Scarface. There's a bunch of Deinonychuses. I think there might be Are there Dilophosauruses in that game? The Gigantosaurus. Part where Slay repeatedly says, "Hey Turok, get your ass over here." Oh, I remember that part. I don't remember the Gigantosaurus now. I'm gonna have to go look back at my footage of it. Oh shit, I've been noticed. Was it a Triceratops? Or was it nothing? What the fuck? How did I not see you on the fucking GPS? Oh, at least we got to see the Ceratosaurus death scene. How did I not... Like... I mean, I will admit, I wasn't paying attention because I was talking about Turok. But... that was odd. That was very odd. Yeah, I don't remember the Gigantosaurus. That's strange. You think I would remember something I played like, what, 2 months ago? I guess that really speaks to how forgettable that game is. Like, I like it. It's an okay shooter. Like, for what it is perfectly fine. It does not deserve the worst Turok game title. That belongs to Turok Evolution. But, yeah, it's not very memorable. It's not very special. It's just aliens, but with dinosaurs. Which, I mean, to be fair, is literally kind of what I have been asking for. Take popular games to replace things with dinosaurs, and I will buy them. Still waiting for Left 4 Dead with dinosaurs. I have to make it myself at this rate. Gonna take this Ceratosaurus out. This okay distance. I want to unlock the last level, which whether or not it's the last level we'll see. But yeah. Yeah, like Turok 08 is, I mean, for all its flaws, is a perfectly decent shooter, and I do love how gory it is. Like, a lot of dinosaur games don't really go all out on the gore, but the Turok games did, including 08. Second Extinction does. Second Extinction is very bloody. But I do dig that. I think it's pretty cool. And most of like the big issues with Turok 08 just stem from general issues that first-person shooters had of its era. Like, late 2000 shooters, they were all a bit pants, you know? Like, even the ones I like a lot from, like, big, popular developers. I mean, I will defend Rage to the grave, which I know a lot of people don't like Rage, but I know I like Rage. But I mean, it does have a ton of late 2000s shooter flaws. Just like Turok did. And I do think it's really shitty that, like, the only reason we didn't get Turok 2 is basically because Disney just didn't feel like helping out one of their studios. Because, like, when the financial crisis hit, the developers of Turok, who were already working on Turok 2 for Disney and Touchstone Games, like, realized that, oh shit, we can't actually afford staying open. And Disney was like, yeah, we don't care. And they had to close. Like, a lot of people think it was because Turok 08 didn't sell well, but that's not why. Like, no, Turok 08, I don't think it necessarily met sales expectations, but like, no, they were fine. Like, I mean, they got paid for making the game. They don't get paid based on sales. But no, it was the fact that they couldn't get a publisher to basically bail them out during the financial crisis in 09, and that's why Turok 2 never happened. That sucks. Turok 2 looked cool, and it had feathered dinosaurs. So naturally we couldn't get that. can get into Rage. Like that's fine. I like it, but yeah, I get why people couldn't get into it. Rage was kind of strange because like it was announced in 05 and it released in like 2011, and in those years, both Fallout 3 and Borderlands had been announced and released. So people had gotten tired of post-apocalyptic wasteland shooters when Rage came out, even though Rage was the first one shown. And that hurt it a lot, I think. I think that was like, that just automatically meant that it didn't really matter how good Rage was. No one wanted a post-apocalyptic shooter. They just played to. Or even more, because like New Vegas also had come out by then, and I think if Borderlands 2 wasn't out, it was on the way. So like, yeah, it was just kind of dead on arrival, which is a shame. If am I into Godzilla? A little bit. Like I watched the Godzilla. I haven't watched the modern, like the really most recent Godzilla films, but yeah, I like Godzilla. My brother loves Godzilla. I'm a bit more of a casual fan than he is, but yeah, I like him. But you're not gonna die? Oh shit! Okay, so what happened there was, if you click the right stick, you holster your weapon. And when I tried to look up there, I clicked the right stick by accident and holstered my weapon. This is going terrible. I just want to unlock the last level. Is that so much to ask? Let me turn this off. I'm gonna... There we go. Yeah, I know, right? It was totally a hard shot. I don't know. What were we talking about? Alright, late 2000s shooters. Jurassic the Hunted is a good one. Yeah, New Vegas was like... Was it early 2011 or late 2010? Something like that. But yeah. Yeah, the late 2000s were kind of strange with shooters, because like Call of Duty really took off. And like while I like some of the Call of Duty games, including Modern Warfare 2, which came out in 09, I believe. Is this meant to be a tree or like a statue that's been broken off? It looks like it looks like the yeah, it's gotta be a tree. Well, I guess so. It's part. It looked like a dress of like imagine like a statue of a woman or something. Late 2010, yeah. Yeah, it's like at that point it was too late for Rage. It didn't help that like Bethesda bought out id just before that, and reportedly like did a lot of meddling and changing Rage. And apparently, like the entire last act of the game or something was like heavily meddled in with Bethesda. And considering one of the main complaints about Rage is that it doesn't have a proper ending, might be why. No, you can hit them instantly if you hit them in the heart with enough damage. But if you hit them in the lungs, they collapse after a while. Then there's T-Rex, which I just straight up don't know how it works. You know, honestly, COD 4, the first Modern Warfare, I was not that impressed by it. COD 2 impressed me, and that I feel like COD 2 was the shooter that normalized stuff like limitations on weapons, the regen health, the more like the guidance through objectives, all that stuff that would become normal for shooters that followed. Call of Duty 2 very much cemented that. Modern Warfare just felt more like it cemented more of the themes that would follow rather than the gameplay, which is very important still. I'm not suggesting that it's not an important game. But I don't know. I was not that impressed by Modern Warfare. Oh my god, yeah. I mean, I think some of Fallout 3's endings are passable. The Borderlands ending was straight up insulting. Like, it was kind of impressive because I didn't give a single fuck about Borderlands story, and yet I felt insulted by the ending. It was very strange in a way. um, where was I going with this? Oh, you're right. Like Modern Warfare was a very influential game, but I don't know. It just didn't like win me over. Modern Warfare 2 did. Modern Warfare 2 felt like a James Bond game. I've said this before, but like the way the action set pieces work in Modern Warfare 2, and even like the mission structure and the level design sometimes felt like the natural evolution of something like GoldenEye. And as such, I just played Modern Warfare 2 as if it was like just this James Bond game, and I had a great time with it. And the multiplayer was fun too. But after that, every game tried to be Modern Warfare 2, even games that really shouldn't be. Like, silly arcadey shooters. Dino Crisis 1, I'm planning on playing maybe this weekend. Dino Crisis 2, not at the moment, because the PC version doesn't run. And also, I don't remember as much of Dino Crisis 2. Yeah, Dino Crisis 1 is happening. I'm not sure if I'll play the PC version or the Dreamcast version of it. I'm gonna have to look into it. I have the PC version installed and it works, but I'm not sure if it's very stable, considering it's a game from 1999. But yeah, we're gonna play Dino Crisis 1. And I'm not ruling out doing Dino Crisis 2 at another date, but not for Jurassic June. I think I probably want to like watch a rewatch of Dino Crisis 2 or something before that, because I genuinely don't remember much of it except for like some specific action set pieces in it. I just remember thinking it wasn't as good as the first one, but it was still decent. And then Dino Stalker sucked, and then Dino Crisis 3 was even worse. Well, I said this when we played Dino Stalker, but like Dino Crisis 3 is more of an insult as a game than Dino Stalker is, but it's much more competently made as a game than Dino Stalker is. So which one is worse really comes down to like what you want to judge it on, like just the general quality of gameplay, or just the unappealingness of the game's basic concept, which for me, Dino Crisis 3 fails in. Because Dino Crisis 3 took dinosaurs in space and made it boring, which, that is insulting to me. And what's worse is that it's not even the only thing to do that. Like, how do you get dinosaurs into space and make it boring? And how do you do it twice? Because Dino Crisis 3 did it, and then Doctor Who did it. Because Doctor Who, I believe, it's the first season with Capaldi, so that would be like series 10? 9 or 10? Literally has an episode called Dinosaurs on a Spaceship, and it is god awful. Yeah, I think the arm covered it. It's very hard to know where you hit, if you hit like square or not, because like there's no there's no indication of where your hit was. It's something I really wish they would add, like some kind of blood splatter or something. But yeah. I mean, that's fine. I mean, I love Jurassic the Hunted and Trespassers. I'm not gonna judge anyone on liking a dinosaur game I don't like. Like that is throwing stones in glass houses, if anything. But yeah, we played Dino Stalker 3 days ago, I think, and I did not have a good time with that, for a variety of reasons. I mean, it was a fun stream. I don't regret streaming it at all. It was a lot of fun, and we did finish the game. But yeah, there were moments in that game where I was not happy. God damn, the auto scroller levels. I do like that I had Carnotauruses though, and 2 Carnotauruses even. Carnotauruses should be in more games. As should Ceratosaurus, honestly. I love that Ceratosaurus. I love it's red as well. It's beautiful. More colorful dinosaurs, please. Less grey and brown. There's nothing wrong with a brown and grey dinosaur now and then, but don't make that the standard palette. There's no reason they would look like that, especially not in a jungle. Like, almost every dinosaur game is set in a jungle, and then they're, like, not green. Like, 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 do you understand how evolution works? Dinosaur is such a strange game, and it's so tangentially, like, it is barely related to Dino Crisis at all. Like, it's so strange in, like, you can play through the entire game and not know it's a Dino Crisis game. Like, I think we came to, like, I think, like, we could be wrong, but I think in the stream we came to the realization that, like, there's one character that also appears in Dino Crisis 2 or something, and that's about it. That's the only real connection between the main games and that game. Oh, now I find the T-Rex. Now that I don't have any ammo left for it. I do have 3 shots. I could lose all my points and do it, or I can take it to Ceratosaurus and go home and unlock the last level. I'm gonna pick the second option. I hope that's the last level, so I don't have to say I'm gonna unlock the last level again. Was Paula also in Dino Crisis 2? See, that shows how much I remember from Dino Crisis 2. I think I probably remember more of Parasite Eve 2 than Dino Crisis 2. Which might be an odd comparison to make, but the first Parasite Eve had you fight dinosaurs, so that's what I'm thinking right now. I had 2 shots. We could use them on T-Rex and then run away. Should we try? It could jeopardize everything we have. But I can also call for an escort and just escape if it gets really bad. I can do that first and then shoot at the T-Rex. Actually, I will shoot at the T-Rex, call for an escort, then shoot the second shot. That's what we're gonna do. I think I missed. It doesn't even seem to care that I shot it. It has not even noticed me. Oh well, let's leave. Where's the tractor beam? There. Yeah, let's find out if that was the actual last level or not. Oh, yeah, it was. We have unlocked a. Also, this is funny. So, like, if you look at this is the last level. Um, when we go to the right, it gets locked again. See that? um, so it really are just 3 levels and then a variety of weathers. Okay. Fog levels. I hate the fog levels. But after this, we've actually done everything in the game, and that's how I'm gonna consider this game beaten for Jurassic June, which makes our total counts of beaten games 9? Is it 9? I think it's 9. Well, our goal is a T-Rex. I hate fog levels. Yeah, the Dino Crisis is interesting because it's like I mentioned this in the stream for Dino Stalker, but like it was such a flash in the pan series because like between the first and last release, there's only 5 years, and there are 6 releases. Capcom started a franchise, decided it should have games released all the time, and then just ended it. Like, a lot of people blame it on Dino Crisis 3 not being popular, but no, it didn't really matter if Dino Crisis 3 was popular or not. Capcom seemingly only wanted in on a quick dinosaur boom following The Lost World coming out. Because that was it. Like, The Lost World came out in 1997, and people at that point had seen what happened after Jurassic Park came out. So now everyone wanted in on the dinosaur just mania that followed. We got Turok Dinosaur Hunter. We got Dino Crisis. We got dinosaurs in a bunch of games that didn't normally have dinosaurs. Um, there are save zones in the PS3 version. See, now I can blame it on this port remaster thing, Unity Engine version. Because I said that might be a leftover from the PS3 version earlier, but nope. As a Ceratosaurus. What was I saying? Yeah, Capcom seemingly just wanted a quick buck of it, and then the moment like the dinosaur craze was weighing down, they also just stopped making the games. So like that sucks. And Capcom treated everything like that at the time. Like they were spamming out Resident Evil games even though they weren't selling. Like a lot of people know that Resident Evil 4 was gonna be the final game in the series. But the reason for that was because Capcom was like, wow, Resident Evil games aren't selling anymore. No one is buying the fact that we're releasing 3 games in a year. That's strange. Guess we better end the series. And Mikami was like, okay, but what if I can actually revive it? And he was given like one chance with Resident Evil 4 and it worked, and then he left Capcom. like so many others. But yeah, so that's the same thing that happened with Dino Crisis, except there wasn't a Resident Evil 4 to suddenly blow it up to such proportions that Capcom went, wait, if we make good games, people like them? Thankfully, they have taken an interest in Dino Crisis again since then. According to the leaked Capcom documents from last year, hello, um, their is or was a Dino Crisis reboot slash remake in development. Now, supposedly that game was cancelled. However, the report suggested that it might have actually not been cancelled, but rather moved to a different studio to continue development. But we haven't seen any signs of that yet. So, if it shows up, yay! If it doesn't, oh, guess we'll find out. Wait, Village? Well, no, okay. Now, the idea that Resident Evil 4 started as a not Resident Evil game is not true. It is a blatant misunderstanding of the development history of Resident Evil 4. Basically, as I mentioned, Capcom was releasing a lot of Resident Evil games, like at the same time. And they were just putting more and more into development. One of these was Resident Evil 3. This was before Nemesis was called Resident Evil 3. It was going to be an unnumbered spin-off. Okay? Okay. Then, likely to help sales, they gave it a number. So the Resident Evil 3 in development became Resident Evil 4. This game became Devil May Cry, which they felt, because they felt it veered too far from Resident Evil, and at that point, Nintendo had also struck a deal with Capcom that all the numbered Resident Evil games had to release on Nintendo platforms. So Devil May Cry couldn't be Resident Evil 4 anymore. They could call it another thing, but they decided to just make it its own game. And that's it. The game that we call Resident Evil 4 started development as Resident Evil 4, although with a different storyline and setting. It was originally going to end the series by having Leon find the source of the progenitor virus, the origin story for like everything in the franchise, including the whole Spencer background story. Like, what's the point? They tell me to stand still to not be seen by a T-Rex, but it works anyway. Like, it just eats me. Anyway, Leon was gonna die in the end and like have the virus internally in him, and it was a whole thing. But then he was like, "I just got an idea. Let's try something else." That became the new Resident Evil 4, and it was so popular that it revitalized the franchise. But Resident Evil 4 was always Resident Evil 4. But Devil May Cry, for a while, was Resident Evil 3 and Resident Evil 4 until it couldn't be that anymore. I didn't know Village wasn't the Resident Evil game originally, though. Is that true? Like that, I haven't heard anything of that from the development of it, but I haven't been looking too close at it because I don't know. I have not been in a Resident Evil mood. But yeah, there's some other Resident Evil games that have interesting development histories like that. Don't know how the decoy thing works. It's even worth trying to use. Oh, really? Huh. Because one of the things I kept saying was, I bet if you have a gun controller, this is actually fine. Maybe not, though. I guess we could try using the crossbow instead. Should we do that? Oops. There we go. I'm terrible with the crossbow. We can try it. I'm just gonna switch to a non-foggy level. What other Resident Evil games had fun development histories? Revelations was announced before they had a plot planned, which is why the original reveal trailer and playable tech demo at E3, which, Jill is on a boat in that game, but like none of the reasons why she's there and from the final game is part of it. They just thought that boat seemed cool. Like it was completely without a narrative at that point. Resident Evil 2 is pretty famous for starting as a pretty different, well, a similar game but more action oriented, and it's the one we call 1.5 these days. And Ezra Walker was replaced with Claire Redfield and stuff like that. Other ones were fun. I thought this was some Resident Evil game that had a really strange history, but I can't remember it now. Actually used to write little blog posts like really long time ago on Destructoid when they had the Destructoid community blogs. I used to write about Resident Evil development history. I feel like there's definitely some Resident Evil game that I'm missing that had a very fun story to it, but I can't remember it now. Some people also think that Haunting Ground had a part in playing Resident Evil 4's development. I don't think that's true. I think that's people sort of misunderstanding the fact that sometimes games share assets. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, Onimusha. Onimusha started as a Resident Evil spin-off. It was going to be basically a Resident Evil, but set in the Sengoku era. But obviously it became its own thing instead. I've heard some claims that Dino Crisis was also going to be like part of the Resident Evil universe, but I think that's just assumptions made because of the similarities in game design and not actually based on anything that's true. Because I haven't ever, at least I haven't seen anything that actually indicates that that's true. Video games are really good about, rather, video game fans are really good at like making up their own versions of something. It's so slow to reload. Was that not good enough? Oh, it was. Well, it is kind of funny when games change IPs, though. Like, it happens every now and then. I have to think of another one that happened for. Probably not. I think it depends. Okay, so the problem with Jurassic Park and like figuring out the dinosaurs in it is that the way the dinosaurs age is very unclear, because they do have an accelerated growth process, but we don't know if that is like an active thing that they have to control, or if that applies to all dinosaurs, even the free ones. Because if not, it's not long enough for the baby T-Rex, or Thrasher. Thrasher is its name. To have grown to that size. Now, the T-Rex in JP3 doesn't look to necessarily be fully grown. It could be, but it could be still be like what would basically be a teenage dinosaur. So in that regard, maybe. But it's also a different color from Thrasher. It's more in line with Buck, the female green T-Rex from The Lost World. With that said, InGen made 7 T-Rexes that remained on Isla Zorna. And that's before they started breeding. So, it could be any T-Rex, really. But it's the whole thing about T-Rexes and aging in Jurassic Park is something that has been bothering me for a while, because they say Rexy was born in 1988. Okay, I can buy that. Then she was moved to the park in 1989. Okay, fair enough. And in 1993, the movie takes place. And it's an adult T-Rex. At 5 years old. Now, accelerated growth process. Okay. But how would that affect the general, like, age of the dinosaur? Does it have a shorter lifespan now? Because if so, well, the average lifespan of a T-Rex is at most, I'm gonna die. Yeah. Is at most 30 years. And even without the accelerated growth taken into account, it is now 31 years in Fallen Kingdom. Like, it makes no sense. This is why I think it was a bad idea to bring back the original Rexy. The revolver is terrible. I can try it. But this is part of why I think it was a bad idea to bring back Rexy. Because, like, as iconic and great as she is so old now that it just makes no real sense. Like, they should have just had a new T-Rex if they really needed a T-Rex. But yeah. Yeah. And that has caused some people to speculate that it is Buck, but I think the roar is different. And I would just say that it's one of the other green T-Rexes and Dinosaur, because they're not really in the same place either. And they do mention in The Lost World that, like, the T-Rexes have territory. That also matches Trespasser, funnily enough. So, like, where they are in Jurassic Park 3 when that encounter takes place wouldn't be within the territory that Buck and Dex and their child hang out in. But I think, honestly, like, they just don't know. I think, like, it's something that the team behind the film probably didn't think was too important, because if nothing else, it can just be any T-Rex. And at the time, we hadn't really had any recurring dinosaurs. Like Rexy wouldn't become recurring until Jurassic World, you know. Oh my god, how did you... I have all the upgrades for scent and sight and everything. It does nothing. It is useless. Like, seriously. I have all of these, and I have these. This costs me points. Yeah. So, like, I mean, ultimately it just comes down to personal interpretation, but if you want my opinion on it, I would just classify it as one of the 7 T-Rexes that wasn't Buck or Dex or Thrasher. And while it's cool to see a dinosaur become a character and be recurring, I think that if it's not in close proximity, or at least within the reasonable age range of the dinosaur, you shouldn't do it. Which is why as happy as I would be for the Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3 to appear in Camp Cretaceous Season 4, if they go to Isla Sorna, as I'm predicting, as happy as that would make me, I don't know. It's been 20 years. Now, it would be fun, because it means that maybe they could finally get to, like, finishing the story that good old Spinosaurus was supposed to be part of the, like, the strange outside official InGen papers evolutions of dinosaurs. Because that's the thing, Spinosaurus in Jurassic Park 3 is not a, shall we say, well, then none of them are actually pure dinosaurs, but it's not a, by Jurassic Park 3 standard, accurate specimen. It was either evolved from regressive genes naturally on the island since it was abandoned, or from some secret project. Some like to theorize that it's a prototype for Dr. Wu's custom dinosaurs. Of course, if they were to go with that, then they can just say that it has a prolonged lifespan. They could say that about all the dinosaurs, actually. That would solve the Rexy issue, but they haven't done it yet. But yeah, we'll see. The whole thing about the Spinosaurus is frustrating, because, like, they were going to have a Spinosaurus appear in Fallen Kingdom alongside the other dinosaurs that escaped. Because there was one Spinosaurus on Isla Nublar. It had been a victim of mistreatment and abuse. Supposedly, it was not extinct by the dinosaur preservation group's records, but it was facing extinction and should be considered endangered and be saved because of the mistreatment it had been receiving, but it didn't appear. They cut that from the film, which is a shame, because since the Spinosaurus is aquatic, like it does live on land, but it spends most of its days in the water, it should reasonably survive the volcano. It would just dive into the water and find somewhere else to live, which means it can also appear in Dominion. If they want a more pure, accurate Spinosaurus, they can put it there. But it seems they don't just, they just don't want the Spinosaurus, probably because Trevorrow seems to just be someone who hates Jurassic Park 3. I'm still really pissed off about the skeleton scene. So you don't encounter a final T. Oh, do you mean the T-Rex in the Mayan ruins? Is that one larger than Rexy? I don't think you should like focus on the sizes of things in Trespasser. Trespasser's canon is strange because it is grabbing details from the novel and the films, like just back and forth. So technically, no, it's not canon. It has its own canon. In fact, on the fandom wiki, and I don't like fandom wikis, I think fandom wikis are generally more full of misinformation than accurate information, but in the fandom wiki, it even has its own timeline page because of its inaccuracies. But it was intended to be a canon sequel. And as such, the specific events in the game itself, not the backstories, but the events that occur, since they don't contradict anything that happens in the actual films or actual canon TV series and stuff like that, I consider it canon, because it doesn't change anything, you know? The fact that a year after the Lost World, a woman was in a plane crash, survived, and escape the island in a day. Doesn't really affect much. And the few specific bits of lore it gives us for the island, like the whole like the Seven Kingdoms thing and stuff like that, is cool. It's fun stuff, and again, doesn't clash with the movies. So why not? Similarly, Jurassic Park the game by Telltale is, I think Trevorrow said it's soft canon, which is his term that basically means anything that canon material is contradicted, but the rest can be considered canon. Like, yeah, it's fine. It can be considered canon. That's also how the Jurassic World stage play works, which takes place 2 months, I think, after Jurassic World. Which means it does clash a bit with Camp Cretaceous, but I would argue the island is big enough for the events of that stage play to happen, and there's few enough people involved to where it could happen without the kids noticing. It's unlikely, but it could. I think the new Jurassic World Evolution game is also so-called soft canon. It just seems to be like what Trevor juices us. It clearly runs past me. I am so tired of this. Like, I'm sorry. Like, the whole trample thing is bullshit. And this weapon is just... no. Wait, hold on. There. Let's see, what else was soft canon? I feel like there's something I'm forgetting. Five films, short film, 3 seasons. Telltale game, Trespasser, Page Play. Is that it? Oh, there's the right, there's also the motion comics. I think those are also soft canon. I think there's also a regular comic, but I don't know about that one. It's possible that one is just completely non-canon, like the old Jurassic Park comics are. You know, the old Jurassic Park comics where Dr. Wu dies. This will be our last hunt. I feel like I'm tired of this game's bullshit now. And yeah, I mean, we have cleared it. We have hunted every dinosaur, so I consider that a win. We have a Triceratops on our trail. That's not good. And the Triceratops just walked over us. You know what? Fuck this. Through a rock. Yeah. It's unfortunate, isn't it? Next time in Jurassic June, what will we be playing next time? That's a good question, actually. Let's see. I don't suppose the Steam summer sale is starting tomorrow, maybe. Maybe. Should be starting any day now. Because I'm waiting for the Steam summer sale so I can get Turok. And I thought it would have started by now, but it hasn't. But I think what I'll do is I will wait with deciding on a game until I know if the Steam summer sale starts tomorrow. Oh yeah, I love that they say carnivores about the Triceratops. They say it about all the dinosaurs, which is like ridiculous. We haven't done a fighting game this week yet. I don't know if we will. And of course, you are free to suggest dinosaur games, always. I should also decide what I'm gonna do with the modern ones, like Second Extinction and Orion and stuff like that, because I have the games, but I think the games are best played in co-op. And yeah, what day? Probably tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then Saturday. Which for you will, well, if not in 24 hours, well, no, that's also wrong. If not in 21 hours, then in 45 hours. It'll be one of those two. And I will announce it on my YouTube channel, on my Patreon page, on my Twitter, all the stuff as usual. If you like my stuff, you can support me on Patreon. I would love it. It's very, very nice that you can do that. If you can't, that's also fine. But I'm currently without an income until I can resolve that, and I'm trying to. But starting today, actually, I'm officially without an income, so that's fun. I also have another channel now. It's called Andrea Runs, and that's a speedrun channel. So far, the only game I have run on there is Jurassic the Hunted, which I hold the world record for in the Wii category, not the HD category yet. Oh, it's coming. I am so certain that I can beat the current world record with this new strats I have found. Oh, it's coming, but I don't know when. Because I don't want to just play Jurassic the Hunted every day. Well, okay, I kind of do, but no, it's not something people want to watch every day. So do check that out. Link is in my channel. Or if you just search Andrea Runs, you'll find it on there. All right. Well, if it's not a stream tomorrow, there will probably be a stream in 2 days as well. It really just depends on how up I feel for streaming tomorrow, because I also have my girlfriend's birthday coming up, so I'm gonna celebrate that. It's on Sunday, but she will not be here on Sunday, so we're gonna celebrate her early. But we will see how that goes. But yeah, I will see you on the next stream. Thank you so much for watching. It was fun. We have finished Carnivores Dinosaur Hunt. Maybe, if I can get them to run, we might look at other Carnivores games. I will look into it. We'll see. But for now,